Rick, you're going to have the first question for Clinton today. How you doing first off?
Hey, doing well.
Excellent.
Morning.
Go ahead with your question for Clinton.
It's regarding older people. So say you bought your house 20, 25 years ago. You might have refinanced it once, and now you're, in your retirement years, and your mortgage is maybe, at 20 or 30% of your appraised value. And is it a good way to take your money out as opposed to something that sounds a bit onerous, like a reverse mortgage?
Mm-hmm.
The way I look at it is just that you're gonna say you're gonna leave your house to your kid or whatever. What's the difference if you leave it with 50% owing or 30%?
Exactly, yeah. And I think that's a really good point. We're seeing a lot of borrowers financing their homes during retirement, and really the big thing is all about quality of life. So a lot of borrowers, maybe they will even have their house paid off by the time they retire, but oftentimes the house is the biggest asset. And, we definitely do talk about reverse mortgages, and I think those are right for some consumers. If the income is very, very low, if they can't service a mortgage payment, great. A reverse mortgage could make sense depending on what their age is. But a lot of consumers will have, a few pensions. They have a good, healthy income, but they want to be able to supplement that retirement income. And I think that, doing, maybe a home equity line of credit or a mortgage on that home makes a lot of sense. A lot of times people will borrow the money to, supplement their income, but also sometimes they'll borrow money to improve the property, to make it more suitable that going into retirement, maybe it's accessible or maybe it needs some improvements. And, all in all, we'll extend those amortizations over a very long period of time to make it very affordable for that person. Mm-hmm. Normally when someone takes out a mortgage during retirement, I will go to the maximum amortization of 25 or 30 years, depending on what their situation is, to make the payment as low as possible for their specific situation. And, I think it makes a lot of sense. You can finance up to 80% of the value of the home in terms of a refinance. And that still leaves a lot of equity in terms of inheritance for the family members.
Paying taxes and stuff like that.
And paying taxes.
That's right, yeah.
So I think it's a great point. I think there's a lot of people who are retired and seniors that are sitting on these assets. They're free and clear, but they can't really live the retirement because they have a very low fixed income.
Yeah. Thanks, Rick. I appreciate it.